the summer heat of Macon County, Alabama in 1881, there was no campus, no buildings, no land, just an idea. And that idea came not from wealth or power, but from a formerly enslaved man named Lewis Adams, who could barely read yet understood something profound. Education was the key to freedom. Working with a white political candidate, W.F. Foster, Adams negotiated something extraordinary: black votes in exchange for black education. The result was House Bill 165, passed by the Alabama legislature, allocating $2,000 annually to create a school for black teachers. But when the school was approved, there was still nothing there. No campus, no buildings, no infrastructure. Just a name: Tuskegee Normal School for Colored Teachers. At just 25 years old, a formerly enslaved man born in 1856 in Virginia stepped onto the scene. Booker T. Washington had walked 100 miles to attend the Hampton Institute, where he absorbed a philosophy that would shape Tuskegee forever. Education must be practical, disciplined, and tied to survival. When he arrived in Tuskegee in June of 1881, he found a school that existed only on paper. So what did he do? He started anyway. On July 4th, 1881, the school opened in a borrowed shanty at Butler Chapel AME Zion Church with just 30 students, many of them children of former slaves. In his autobiography, Up From Slavery, Washington described Tuskegee not as something given, but something built by the hands of its students. Within a year, he borrowed money to purchase a 100-acre abandoned plantation. Students made their own bricks. They constructed classrooms, dormitories, a chapel. They didn't just attend, they created their school. By 1888, Tuskegee had 540 acres, over 400 students, training in trades like carpentry, printing, shoemaking, and framing. By the early 1900s, the campus expanded to 2,000 acres, included 83 buildings, served 1,500 plus students, and offered training in 37 industries. Tuskegee became proof that black self-determination could build institutions from the ground up. In 1896, Tuskegee recruited one of the most influential scientists in American history, George Washington Carver. And Carver didn't just teach agriculture, he revolutionized it. At Tuskegee, he developed crop rotation methods to restore depleted southern soil, promoted alternatives to cotton like peanuts and sweet potatoes, created hundreds of agricultural products helping black farmers become economically independent. Tuskegee became a center of agricultural research, not just education. And Carver's laboratory, still preserved today, became one of the most important research sites in black history. By the 1940s, Tuskegee's influence extended far beyond classrooms. During World War II, the U.S. military, still segregated, trained its first black pilots at Tuskegee. These men became the Tuskegee Airmen, the first African-American military aviators in U.S. history. They flew over 15,000 combat sorties, earned hundreds of military honors. They didn't just fight overseas, they helped break segregation in the U.S. Armed Forces by 1948. Tuskegee became not just an educational institution, but a symbol of black excellence in combat, science, and leadership. Tuskegee also became a hub for black intellectual life and research. Figures like Monroe Nathan Work, founder of the Department of Records and Research, which documented lynchings and black social conditions, scientists, educators, and economists who all shaped black scholarship. Tuskegee wasn't just teaching trades, it was documenting black America. In 1974, nearly a century after its founding, the federal government recognized Tuskegee's significance. The campus became the Tuskegee Institute National Historic Site, preserving Booker T. Washington's home, George Washington Carver's laboratory, over 50 historic campus buildings. What began in a shanty in 1881 became a protected national treasure. Tuskegee University is not just a school. It is a product of negotiation by a formerly enslaved man, a vision executed by a 25-year-old educator, a campus literally built by its students, a laboratory that transformed Southern agriculture, a training ground for black military pioneers, a center of black research and documentation. and from nothing to nation-shaping influence. And maybe that's the real lesson of Tuskegee. When the people control their education, they begin to control their future. To all the founders, attendees, and current attendees of Tuskegee University, we proudly stand on your shoulders. For more information, please visit my website at www.ontheshoulders1.com. There, you can support my OTSOG book series. You can also support me on Patreon at patreon.com/OTSOG. You can support me by hitting the super like button under this video. You can join this channel as a member. You can even get yourself some merchandise, or you can hit that Cashapp. So all of that being said, I love you all, and make sure you catch the next video coming out.